we had an idea to take part in a jam and to use TypeGPU for that jam, and here we are. So that's what we're going to be doing in about 6 minutes. And I've been working on an engine that's built on top of TypeGPU for like a toy game project. But we're going to be building upon that engine, trying to try out the new version of TypeGPU before it releases, so that we find any bugs that we need to fix.
The engine is perfect, but it's difficult because A, it has no visual editor.
Yes.
We're in Devlog, for people familiar with game engines, and second of all, everything is experimental.
Even loading images, I mean,
Yeah,
that
textures.
might be textures, but things that you would maybe expect, like physics, animation, sounds, we basically have to do from scratch. So it's going to be a big challenge, and I feel like it's going to be a good limitation for us, so that we'll be able to think of something that kind of fits into what we can do in that time limit. So I think it will be interesting to play with what we have and kind of figure something cool.
What are we waiting for here?
Yeah, so this is going to be the start of the jam. After this countdown is done, the theme should be announced, and every team that participates has to create a game that fits into the theme.
It can be anything. I think it will be something connected with the color green.
Oh, maybe.
Have you got your guess?
I have no idea. Honestly, nothing.
Only hopes, no ideas.
I just hope that it won't be anything multiplayer or networking.
Networking, we are done.
Nothing with text. I mean, TypeGPU is definitely a limitation on our part because it's very low level. Still, I mean, we're in web technologies, we're using JS, so it's not like we have to worry about memory leaks or something. I mean, kind of, not in web, thankfully. But it's still very low level. We had to reinvent a lot of things from scratch. But I feel like that limitation was very interesting for us. I mean, limitations in general sometimes just give way to interesting solutions that aren't on the beaten path, let's say. And yeah, that's kind of it. I mean, there's not much else to it, to the entity component system. Do you guys have any questions about it at this level of abstraction?
Now the moment you've all been waiting for. The theme for this game jam, Jamesepticeye, is Death is an Opportunity. That is your theme. Interpret it how you will. We thought it was very cool. Roll with it. I can't wait to see what you create. Thanks again for participating and have fun.
Okay. Death is an opportunity.
No green.
No green.
Prediction was off.
Okay. Oh, that's hard. We have to interpret that somehow. I remember there was like a game where you had to die to make platforms out of your body. Is that the game?
That's one of them. There is also,
Yes.
have you played UFO 50 collection?
No, I haven't.
There is one called Mortal.
Have you played
Okay.
Limbo?
Yes, I love Limbo. Is that? I guess
That is an opportunity.
it might fit in the theme.
Seems like
Right.
a grave digging enterprise.
Grave digging enterprise.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It's a business opportunity.
We earn money when you die.
It's a cool interpretation, but difficult
know.
to execute.
That's true.
Yeah, it seems story heavy.
It does seem story heavy.
And we need cool, gimmicky game.
Yes.
Hi, Rafael.
Hello.
So, do you have any ideas? Have you seen the topic?
Yeah, I've seen it. I would like to see what you guys think of it first.
So, we think that we should avoid any roguelikes because it's very overdone.
Yeah, and I feel like usually roguelikes depend on there being a lot of content to like kind of traverse through the world and go to the
Yeah,
end.
because
Or at least a very satisfying gameplay. But
Yes.
I don't think it can be a roguelike, but I don't think it should be our interpretation of it. It can be like
It can
a
be like,
roguelike
yes.
too. But
Yes.
yeah, a weird roguelike.
yeah, because roguelikes benefit from like it's easy to make a cool gameplay loop and make it a roguelike to extend, I guess, the span of the game.
It could be like if we combine the roguelike gameplay with a stage or death theme.
Yeah, it works.
But I guess it works. But how
do you stage your death?
Yeah.
How do you make it? How do you make it a game with no story, or at least storyline?
Interesting. Very interesting. You're being chased by the IRS. You haven't paid your taxes, so you have to stage your death and get a new opportunity in life.
A person dying is like the most obvious case of death, but cellular death.
Cellular death.
Yeah,
I like that. Okay.
It's like not an obvious spin on it.
Yeah, and the title was for free when we are brainstorming. It was actually the first thing, I guess, right? That everybody else heard, except for you. Like you, because yeah. It came to be before I even started to explain what I had in mind.
But you're doing it with yourself.
Yeah. That's the whole point. I remember in so much detail the exact movement Shimon made with his little handshake.
So you're the mother of the title, and you didn't even know.
Yeah, I didn't know it at the time that this would be the title.
Cellular Death.
Yeah,
I like that. Okay.
It's like not an obvious spin on it.
You can interpret death as a bad hearing, and it fits because you can like mishear what the topic is.
yeah, that's true. That's true. We could have like an organism that we have to that kind of reacts to the user's action and kind of like dies in a particular pattern, let's say, like dissolves in a particular pattern, and that opens up some areas or something, or drops an item or something. That could be cool.
Yeah. And water is our strong suit.
Water? We have a lot of water. We can add fish to it. It's great.
It's too white. Oh, okay. Moment of truth. Oh. I think I opened something.
Yeah, we're gonna play League of Legends.
No! I'm back!
Why it takes so long?
Did it crash?
I don't know.
Oh, it works! It works! Okay, we officially have TypeGPU running on Windows. In a window. Awesome. Okay, next step, make Windows think we're not a virus. So Konrad is working on slime mold algorithm. And I guess we're going to show that here, how that looks like. Rafał is exploring some water sims to see if we can incorporate that.
Water simulation was included in the initial design. Well, obviously, it did not make it into the final game. It is what it is, I guess.
I'm working on the packaging stuff, working on Windows. Shimon has been working on that since yesterday, but I took over so he can focus on other parts of TypeGPU and other work. And yeah, we'll see how it works. Hopefully I'll be able to get it up and running today, and we'll update you guys soon. I'm wondering if we can use the fact that we have a density field to kind of make the legs of these creatures go down to the mid-level of the terrain automatically, right? So we could have a very simple ray marching. Yo. What's it say?
Maybe we should have spent more time on design and, actual schema of the game.
Yeah, so how much of the initial design made it into the full game?
I would say small part, small fraction.
It wasn't a tiny fraction, but it wasn't huge at all.
We wanted to have magnifying glass that will simulate sun. I believe we also talked about predators in ecosystem.
But if we have a grid and then we're like doing the implicit surfaces and everything. Then if we have the like inverse kinematics, I guess, at the same resolution, then I guess it would match the mesh pretty well. We can experiment with that, obviously.
We can hope.
Maybe
Even if it doesn't, like,
it's fine, right?
it's gonna be pretty small on the screen.
Yes. So maybe it doesn't matter at all.
Let's go for the cheapest option.
That's true. I was very taken aback by how fast you were able to set this up.
Yeah, I had a great source. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is, right now this is a technology preview, but we were trying to take a stab at the theme that kind of plays into our strengths as a team. And of course, thinking about the theme, death is an opportunity. We could think of like an elaborate story or something, but I feel like our strengths are compute shaders mostly. So if we do a simulation of an ecosystem where the death of one species is the opportunity for another species, I feel like that's an interesting interpretation that not many teams would be able to make a game out of. But since we have some experience with simulations, that's the spin that we're taking on it. And right now, it's day one. Yesterday at night when the theme was announced, we were brainstorming which path we should take, and this is the result so far. So we're gonna try to put this in the game, try to run it on Windows and on web, and see how it runs.
As far as this goes, it's like a great proof that it's very satisfying to watch.
Yes.
And I think it will be just as satisfying to interact with. This is of course a very simple simulation.
Yes.
We can make it much more complex. But it took like, what, an hour?
Yeah. And at the end, let me take you here for a second. So usually in these kinds of like environment simulations, it's a question of how do you interact with the environment, because usually it acts on its own and it like evolves and stuff like that. But what can you do to actually like poke in there and change how it works? And so our idea was to make it a 3D environment, put it in a cube, and you can rotate the cube around in any direction you want. And if there's something like water in there, it will slosh around and interact with the environment within. So I feel like this is nice because it kind of limits the scope of what you can do with the environment, and it makes it kind of a puzzle. Like how do you rotate, like where do you put the water? And the kind of puzzles where you have like a rock and you have to like balance it on a platform so it falls into a specific hole. I feel like that's gonna also play into this gameplay where you have like a rock or something and you have to push it through the environment. So I feel like once we get everything set up, we'll just start experimenting with different environments and setups and see what's fun. We still don't know what the story will be that much.
We have a couple of ideas.
But yeah, I think we'll wait for others from the team to kind of collect, brainstorm, and talk it through. But yeah, exciting. Day one.
Let's go.
We came up with an idea to interpret death as in the death of nature, and Konrad came up with this idea of interpreting death in that way. So that was really cool. I feel like that kind of jump started us thinking about different ideas, and also plays into our strengths as a team, since we've been working a lot with cellular automata and compute shaders and doing stuff in parallel and stuff like that. So I feel like it's been a very fruitful idea. And then I was thinking about what if we had a cube, which is the ecosystem, like a terrarium, let's say, and we could rotate it around and peek into it. And if gravity was still a thing, then if we rotated the cube around, then the gravity would be in a different direction. If we had water in the cube, we could wash it slosh around and drown some bacteria or some creature or something, and then the other species that we want to move on could take over that space and we could control that environment. Okay, so I just set up an automatic build system in our continuous integration. So it just spits out releases in the repository. So we can click it, we can click download the zip file here, and I just downloaded it somewhere here. Open file. Did it automatically wait, extract all, extract. Let's see. Okay, extracted, and now in here, I'm guessing it's this. Yeah, okay, it still thinks that we're a virus. And it runs something. Oh, Cellular Death. There it is. Does it work? Oh, it works. There we go. Okay, so now we have a window with a spinning cube. So now it's running actually the wafer engine in a window, but it still thinks that we're a virus. But I guess it's fine. I guess. Cellular Death. Awesome.
Welcome. Press the button in front of you to begin.
There was the beep. So hear me out. Our agents are particles. They like smelly stuff the particles live. So it's hard to make them not explore. We have to have them explore, but they tend to like isolate. So if you have like a couple of particles here and the main mass is here, they will just hang around. They
Yes.
will bounce random. So this makes it kind of impossible to count or to make the puzzle around. You have to have a certain amount of particles. But if we have a spawner, let's assume,
they have a certain lifetime?
they have a certain lifetime if they are too far from density.
Okay.
And if they die here, they just respawn.
Yes.
In the particular place we choose. So
Okay.
this way, you sometimes will just have to have enough particles.
Yeah.
So they are not thin enough to be on the death timer and essentially die.
Okay. I mean,
It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
So if our mass is like somewhere else, do we need to come back to the spawner to wait for those to be teleported to the spawner?
My hope is that there is a continuous
Yeah.
path all the time from the spawner.
I think so.
Because I think even if they die like semi-regularly, they will come back and sense the smelly stuff.
Yeah.
And they will follow the smelly stuff. So I think there will be constantly
genius.
like a path to the main mass, even if it's like here.
Yeah. I think that's genius.
And if we have strays, they just die, come back here and follow the stuff.
I think we can even like. What if we just kill them all the time? I know it sounds morbid, but what if they kill no matter if they're close to the main like mass or not? I feel like that could give us like a very definite measure of we know how fast they can move, kind of, right? We know how long each particle lives, and that allows us to like control the gameplay a lot more.
Yeah, but they tend to move in a random fashion. They will probably form like this sort of structure here, and it's hard to control. I think at least being close to high density areas should expand your lifespan.
Okay, so it's day 2, and we have a little bit more working today. So we've been doing some more merging work into the main project. So I'm gonna boot it up now, and you can look at the window. Right now it looks like this: Cellular Death, written in cursive, begin the experiment. And we have our little cube that we can look at and experiment with. Right now we can't really do anything to it apart from rotate. We can spin it around, it's fun. And also we can look around the world and see where we are enclosed. So we have a food tube. So when we're gonna complete an experiment, like a cookie's gonna drop here or something as a reward. Say we want to focus on environmental storytelling. So obviously right now it's just a cube and a cylinder, but if we have more time, we'll add more details to it and stuff like that. But yeah, we definitely want to focus on the gameplay right now. And yeah, it took a while to get it looking like this. I can show a previous version that we had today. Let's see, is it gonna open up quickly?
It's encouraging because that means we can convert anything written in TypeGPU quickly.
Yes, that's true.
It didn't take a lot of time to convert our working example into the game. So.
Yes, that's true. And we also have an automated build system that builds stuff for Windows. So whenever we push something to main, we can download it on a gaming PC and try it out, see if it works. It still thinks we're a virus, but it's okay. So yeah, our main kind of
look at this.
What?
Looks like a virus.
It does look like a virus. That's true. But yeah, like our main things that we got caught up on, I guess, yesterday, was just trying to package the app as a Windows executable, and just trying and like push the limits of what we can technically do. and doing some like tech demos, and now we're trying to merge it back into the main project and actually work on some gameplay. So that's going to be our focus for today.
Also, it's performing pretty well.
Yeah, that's true.
This is high resolution.
Yeah.
So yeah, performance will not be an issue, I think. So that's good.
Yes, that's very good. Yeah. We'll update you guys either later today or probably tomorrow.
Or later tonight.
Or later tonight, yes. Okay, awesome.
Your cooperation is appreciated. Your task is simple. Rotate the hexahedra. Guide the entity to the target. Make any sacrifices necessary. Thank you.
Okay, so it's now officially day 3. And we have a cool demo, like a tech demo, but no game yet. So our plan for today is to gather around all the things that we've been doing in the engine still. Like, I know that we keep saying that today is the day that we pull everything together, but you know how it goes. Yeah, what we'll try to do, like yesterday, I think we had a breakthrough when it comes to what kind of gameplay we want to have and how we want to kind of structure everything, and to boil it down so that we don't have too much of a scope creep. Obviously, we do, like, we don't have something that we can actually play around with, or yeah, as I said, a game. We do have a title screen and just some controls. You can look around the room and everything, and I've been working on improving the scenery a bit while the others have been working on the gameplay mechanics, so that's been really nice. So now we have some very simple like volumetrics, shadows. I'm trying to overall improve the look of the game. Konrad is going to come to the office pretty soon, and he's going to be working on improving the slime mold behavior so that it's more controllable by the player and reacts to gravity and everything. He posted a tweet about it yesterday. And yeah, the goal is to have a spawner for it. It spawns at this particular location, and it can grow a certain amount based on how much mass it has, right? And you need to get the mold to a specific location by rotating the cube and getting it into crevices. And the puzzle is that you have to kind of know where to move it around so that it reaches a certain spot so that it can grow in mass and go another spot. So kind of like a snake game, let's say, but hopefully more interesting. We'll see. Yeah, but we'll just set up a couple of puzzles, see if it's fun. I'll try to work on audio tomorrow. I think I'll mostly just be working on like the atmosphere, like adding some storytelling bits and everything, and tying everything together. So that's gonna be tomorrow. But today, I really wish we can just set up a couple of levels that we can play with and see what's fun, what's not. And yeah, today is game time. Today is game day. Yeah, I'll update you guys later. Okay, it's currently 6 p.m. No game yet, but I've been working on making the controls a little bit more predictable, so you can kind of swipe left and right and the cube snaps into position. I feel like that's more, gives the user less freedom, but is less tedious to control. Also, you can press space and zoom in, so you can like look deeply into the simulation or into your surrounding. So yeah, hopefully something more by the end of the day, but it's kind of getting tight when it comes to the time limit. But yeah, right now my main goal for the next hour is to define a good level format in code, so that we can design some cool levels for this. Okay, I feel like this is the last update for tonight, but I added a large turbine at the top. I also added a level system, and I'll show that in a second. Now we're able to define levels as assigned distance fields, and Konrad right now is working on a way to also define like the place where the mold, the slime mold, will start generating from. So, for example, from this spot, and the goal is going to be on this side. So, the puzzle will be to kind of rotate it around in a way that the slime can fall down here and reach the goal. And that's it for the first level.
Proceed to the next task.
Hey everyone, it's day 4, I think. It's Sunday morning. I came by the office for a couple of hours to drink coffee mostly. But I'll do some work on the programming, work on some gameplay, and then after a few hours I'll come back home and work on the audio side. I'll do some voiceover for the story bits. I have a few cool ideas that I'd like to try out, so that's going to be pretty cool to see what we can do with that. Oleg set up a really nice system for audio yesterday, so we can play music and sounds like connected to gameplay. Also a dialogue box, so we can like show instructions and monologues from whoever's telling us to do the quests. So that's cool. And yeah, coffee's ready, and I'm gonna go do some work. It's 6 hours till the end of the jam. I'm not at the office anymore, and there's still the ending to finish. Like, you can play through the game, it's pretty fun, but when you get to the end, there is no end. You loop back to the first level, so I have to kind of just script some stuff. I feel like the ending is pretty interesting, like thematically and gameplay wise. I think if you play yourself, you'll know what I'm talking about, but yeah, I really want to hone that in so it's interesting and it actually has an end, and then you can like play the game again, let's say. And I also want to do voiceover for the monologue that you're going to be hearing throughout the game. And I recently had an idea for a cool vocal technique that I wanted to try out to kind of like have a voice that sounds human but also kind of off, and I'm wondering how it's gonna sound like. So that's what I'm gonna experiment for the next couple of minutes, maybe like 30 minutes, and then I'll like stop and actually work on something else. But yeah, I'm excited to see where this technique is gonna take me. I'll update you guys soon.
Use any opportunity to feed.
Press the button in front of you to begin. I feel like if we left all of Oleg's temporary sound effects, it would be a 10 out of 10. The sound effects were so funny. The sound effects were so funny. I mean, they didn't fit like the ambience of the environment at all.
I don't think they would fit anything, but they were a vibe.
They give me a vibe of like a TV show, you know?
Yeah.
Like you just won something, and yeah, correct answer, great. Amazing, I love that. We really put in a lot of effort to make the vibe great, and to just like make everything smooth. So I would personally give it a 10 out of 10. What do you think?
I think my opinion, like in the end regions, before I heard the voice acting, was like a 6. But when I heard the voice acting for the first time, I was like, yeah, we have a solid 9.5.
Nice.
Yeah, I think
it's better than mine.
Yeah, I think it was like the glue
okay.
that we needed. It played a critical part in making the game feel very ominous. The second rating
game
as a game. If you played it
Man.
in a vacuum.
Like a 5 out of 10 or something.
Yeah,
maybe
that's probably fair.
That would be max. What I would give it. I mean, that's what you get. You have to focus on something, right?
Yeah,
during
of
a
course,
game jam.
Of course. One more day.
Yeah, one more day.
And we would have pushed it to like a 7.
I feel like we could have focused on having a level format way earlier, because people like started experimenting with levels and finding the fun, right?
Yeah.
but we weren't able to find the fun because we didn't have a way to create levels.
Yeah.
We had a way to display stuff and like do stuff, but I feel like an idea to do levels that are easy to make plus that don't break when we want to add new things came out like a day before the end or something. So we had like not even a whole day to like make levels and find fine tune the mechanics and everything. So yeah, as you say, like it's if we had one more day, we could make something fun. But that's why I said like we can do that now.
We have all the time in the world now.
We didn't really do any play tests, and we found that people didn't even sometimes get through that second level.
Yeah, the thing is when you write the level and play it 100 times, you get pretty good at it.
Yes.
And people struggled.
Yeah. And that was actually supposed to be the first level.
Yeah, that would be crazy. It's like putting the final boss first.
Yeah, I know. Second level, man. Technically, I think we did really good. I mean, it was very easy to make it super not optimized, but I feel like we approached it in a way that was fun, that was easy to kind of work upon and like iterate over, and technically I really like what we did, and I mean like your turnaround of the slime mold, I was kind of doubting like if we were able to make the simulation work so like quickly, if like prototype it. I thought water would be easier, to be honest.
It was not.
But slime, you made slime mold work in like 30 minutes or not even that.
Yeah, it was fast.
And it was super impressive. So yeah, like maybe not like for super like low level graphics programmers, maybe not, but for web developers.
In 5 days from scratch, I give it a 10. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's technically a 10.
It's a 10. It's a 10.
It's technically a technical 10. Yeah,
Yes.
I think it's very impressive to. I never done games web browser first that also can be just an executable.
Yeah.
And I think that's an exciting prospect for people, possibly. Like I think this is like one of our greatest tech demos of TypeGPU and what's possible to do with modern browsers.
Yeah.
The entity has grown so much. It's time.
I need to ask one question. Do you remember your dreams from the period of the jam or after?
No, I don't think so. I rarely remember my dreams.
Did you sleep?
Yeah.
Press the button in front of you to begin. Welcome. Press the button in front of you to begin. Welcome. Press the button in front of you to begin.
Don't be scared. This isn't death. It's an opportunity to start anew and grow.